World of Warcraft is a game that has been around for over 2 decades now. In those 2 decades, we have gotten some of the most iconic lines in all of World of Warcraft. In today's video, I want to explore some of these iconic lines, and I just want to know from you guys, what do you think is the most iconic dialogue line in World of Warcraft? I'm the Alliance Orc. I think you guys are completely awesome for tuning in, and let's get into the top 10 most iconic dialogue in World of Warcraft. Starting our list off at number 10, we have probably one of the most famous dialogues in all of World of Warcraft. But unfortunately, Blizzard saw fit to rob us of this iconic dialogue, but I still wanted to include it for its nostalgia.
What now?
Where is that ogre-headed buffoon? Ah, speak of the devil.
This better be important, Sylvanas. You know how I detest this place and its foul stench. Why have you called for me? And more importantly, what are those scourge fiends doing here?
War Chief, so glad you could make it. With the death of the Lich King, many of the more intelligent Scourge became unemployed. Those fiends, as you so delicately put it, are called Valkyr. They are under my command now. And they are part of the reason that I asked to see you.
Get on with it, Sylvanas.
Very well, War Chief. I have solved the plight of the Forsaken. As a race, we Forsaken are unable to procreate. With the aid of the Valkyr, we are now able to take the corpses of the fallen and create new Forsaken. Agatha, show the War Chief.
What you have done here, Sylvanas, it goes against the laws of nature. Disgusting is the only word I have to describe it.
War Chief, without these new Forsaken, my people would die out. Our hold upon Gilneas and Northern Lordaeron would crumble.
Have you given any thought to what this means, Sylvanas? What difference is there between you and the Lich King now?
Isn't it obvious, War Chief? I serve the Horde.
Watch your clever mouth! Chromosh, you stay behind and make sure the Banshee Queen is well guarded. I will be expecting a full report when next we meet. Remember, Sylvanas, eventually we all have to stand before our Maker and face judgment. Your day may come sooner than others.
So, for those that don't know, Garrosh originally called Sylvanas a bitch in that exchange. But like I said, Blizzard censored it, and I just had to include it, because it's just that iconic. And next up in our video, we have Ook Ook from Stormstout Brewery. For those who don't know Ook Ook, his dialogue has been iconic ever since his introduction into the game. The player base has loved what this monkey has to say, but rather than listen to me tell you guys about it, well, I'll let him do all the talking.
Me gonna ook you in the duker.
Is he not going to do any of the other ones? I guess the other dialogue is like percentage of its health base, but basically the primary one is the one he says when you pull him, and that is Ukyu and the Duker. When people heard that, they took that dialogue and just absolutely ran with it like crazy, and to this day you can still hear people making that reference. And if Hosen ever becomes a playable race, you best believe Ook will forever be remembered as Ukyu and the Duker. Alright, just because I said it was iconic dialogue didn't mean it was going to be dialogue that you guys like. This next dialogue in our video is one of the most hated dialogues in all of World of Warcraft, and that is Ronin's Ulduar dialogue. But rather than listen to me yap, let's let Ronin have the spotlight.
We received Brand's message, and we have begun preparations.
Just in time. Let's see this thing off then.
I'm already expecting anyone watching this to have muted this segment, so if you haven't muted this segment, do you guys want to see a part 2 to this? I'm sure I could find more dialogue that could be covered, but like I said, I just know that this one, people hate this dialogue so much. And sometimes maybe I like to instigate a little bit, so love y'all.
Citizens of Dalaran, raise your eyes to the skies and observe. Today our world's destruction has been averted in defiance of our very makers. Algalon, the Observer, Herald of the Titans, has been defeated by our brave comrades in the depths of the Titan city of Ulduar. Algalon was sent here to judge the fate of our world. He found a planet whose races had deviated from the Titans' blueprints. A planet where not everything had gone according to plan. Cold logic deemed our world not worth saving. Cold logic, however, does not account for the power of free will. It's up to each of us to prove this is a world worth saving. That our lives are worth living.
And warming its way into our heart, next on our list is the conversation between Major Domo Executus and Ragnaros the Fire Lord. I feel like this one is relatable for the simple fact of we can all relate to how Ragnaros feels about Executus, but let's just hear what Ragnaros has to say about it.
Ragnaros, the Fire Lord. He who was ancient when this world was young. Bow before him, mortals. Bow before your ending. Too soon. You have awakened me too soon, Executus. What is the meaning of this intrusion?
These mortal infidels, my lord. We have invaded your sanctum and seek to steal your secrets.
Fool. You allowed these insects to run rampant through the hallowed core. Now you lead them to my very lair? You have failed me, Executus. Justice shall be met indeed. Now,
for you, insects. Boldly you sought the power of Ragnaros. Now you shall see it firsthand.
See, much like Ragnaros says, you have awoken me too soon. I feel like that's just something we can all agree when our alarm clocks go off in the morning. We all just get woken up too soon. And just this dialogue has lived in Warcraft players' heads rent-free since the day it was made, since the day it was spewed out. Anywho though, next on our list. Alright, next up in our video, we have Garrosh's Siege of Orgrimmar dialogue. I feel like this dialogue is just really iconic in showing how far Garrosh truly falls in Siege into madness, especially on Mythic, but I'll let the game speak for itself on that.
I, Garrosh, son of Gromp. Anger, hatred, fear. They are weapons of war. The tools of a war chief. Yes, I can see it now. I can see the future of this world. A world ruled by the Horde. My Horde. You will be trapped for eternity.
Now you see, the dialogue I'm mainly pointing out is his Mythic only phase and what he's about to say coming up.
True Horde will come to pass. I have seen it. It has shown me. I have seen mountains of skulls and rivers of blood. And I will have my world! You think you have won? You are blind. I will force your eyes open. Behold my glorious destiny.
Now, like I said, I feel like this dialogue is stuff that people probably never hear. So we're just going to let the fight play out for a few minutes. And hopefully, unlike Ook Ook, we can get some reactions. It's mainly when it's like energy bar gets full. I might cut to his energy bar getting full, but... Oh no, no need. It's filling up nice and quick.
I will destroy everything you have ever loved.
See, like I said, he just kind of has completely spiraled out at this point. And that's why I had to include this in the video. Just let the bar fill up one more time.
I will destroy everything. No! This world is my destiny. My destiny.
And the top 5 begins the 5 most memorable pieces of dialogue in all of Warcraft history, starting, of course, with Kael'thas Sunstrider's dialogue he has when you pull him. These dialogues really don't need any introduction, so I'll just let them speak for themselves.
Energy. Power. My people are addicted to it. A dependence made manifest after the Sunwell was destroyed. Welcome to the future. A pity you are too late to stop it. No one can stop me now. Salama Ashalanore. Let us see how your nerves hold up against the Darkener, Thalos.
Prepare yourselves!
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the next dialogue piece for you guys. It'll only be a few seconds, but unfortunately I do have to now do this fight. Alright, and taking the fourth spot on our list, we have Putricide's dialogue. What makes this dialogue so unique is, one, it doesn't even involve Putricide's fight, and two, ever since this dialogue was introduced in the third expansion, it has lived forever rent-free in WoW players' heads. So let's just sit back and listen. Hello?
Good news, everyone. I've fixed the poison slime pipes.
Bad news, Daddy.
But yeah, especially that one. The good news phrase has just forever just controlled the Warcraft community when it comes to iconic dialogue. But we still have 3 more to go, and we aren't even done with Putricide yet, because he has completely different dialogue with his other son, who's right over here.
Cannot escape us.
Hold on a sec. I hate these straps.
Time!
Just an ordinary gas cloud. But watch out, because that's no ordinary gas cloud.
But yeah, as you can see, his dialogue. His dialogue is forever rent-free in every WoW player's head. So, next up in our iconic dialogue, we have Illidan meeting Xera. So, luckily, thanks to the memory cube, I'm able to just use this. Thank God, because I'd have to do the entire Argus campaign on Nult. But yeah, I'll let Illidan and Xera tell you everything. Also, I may or may not have to cut this due to potential copyright with music, but we'll get to that when we can, so we'll see what happens.
We are blessed to be in your presence once more, Xera.
Turalyon, you have found the Chosen One. Illidan, from birth, the light in your eyes held such promise for the future.
I sacrificed that birthright long ago.
Do you not wish to reclaim what was lost? To be whole again?
The Legion's end is all I seek.
My child, you've given so much for so little. Your true potential, your redemption, lies before you. Let go of your shattered form and embrace the light's power.
I've traded my freedom for power before.
the prophecy must be fulfilled. Your old life has passed. The light will forge you a new one.
It is not yours to take.
The light will heal your scars.
I am my scars.
The light is your destiny.
My destiny is my own. You've doomed us all, betrayer! Your faith has blinded you. There can be no chosen one. Only we can save ourselves.
And taking our penultimate spot is, of course, the Leroy Jenkins dialogue. For those who do not know, Leroy Jenkins is the iconic character from all the way back in Classic and Upper Blackrock Spires, where Leroy does his iconic shout, "Leroy Jenkins!" Unfortunately, because I've done the achievement and gotten Leroy as a follower, I cannot do this achievement again, which kind of sucks. We'll give it one try with the AoE res, but unfortunately it doesn't really work. Plus, you've got to literally wait 5 minutes or so for him to actually say it, and I'll say it right now. Little behind the scenes, this video is already over 2 hours long. So yeah, the Leroy Jenkins dialogue. And wrapping up our video for iconic dialogue. If you know anything about iconic dialogue, then you know that this had to be included. The pre-Lich King pull banter between Tyrion and Arthas. This dialogue is so iconic, so many people can recite it by heart.
The light's vaunted justice has finally arrived. Shall I lay down Frostborn and throw myself at your mercy for...
We'll grant you a swift death, Arthas. More than can be said for the thousands you've tortured and slain.
You'll learn of that firsthand. When my work is complete, you will beg for mercy, and I will deny you. Your anguished cries will be testament to my unbridled power.
So be it. Champions, attack!
I'll keep you alive to witness the end, Fordring. I would not want the Light's greatest champion to miss seeing this wretched world remade in my image.
So, real quick, before I progress the dialogue any further, I'm not going to include the cinematic cutscene just because I already know there's copyright issues with that, so we will not be including that. So, rude. So I'm going to take this time to say thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.
From within, until all that I will freeze you from within, until all that remains is an icy heart. No questions remain unanswered. No doubts linger. You are Azeroth's greatest champions. You overcame every challenge I laid before you. My mightiest servants have fallen before your relentless onslaught, your unbridled fury. Is it truly righteousness that drives you? I wonder. You trained them well, Fordring. You delivered the greatest fighting force this world has ever known. Right into my hands. Exactly as I intended. You shall be rewarded for your unwitting sacrifice. Watch now, as I raise them from the dead to become masters of the Scourge. They will shroud this world in chaos and destruction. Azeroth's fall will come at their hands, and you will be the first to die. I delight in the irony.
Light, grant me one final blessing. Give me the strength to shatter these bonds.
No more, Arthas! No more lives will be consumed by your hatred!
Free, at last. It is over, my son. This is the moment of reckoning. Rise up, champions of the light!